Doctor.
Doctor.
We meet again.
Yes, we do. We've got quite a conundrum to talk about today.
Oh, this one's gonna need some solving. New catchphrase. This is gonna need some solving.
Need some solving.
That's right up there with I'm gonna have to science the shit out of this.
Yeah.
That's you.
Hello? Mm-hmm. 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 I don't know if they hung up.
You want to buy car insurance?
You like car insurance?
So yeah, we're gonna talk about Mr. Billy Carson.
Billy Carson. People who don't know, Billy Carson is
6'4".
6'4", and he's a multi-millionaire for sure. He actually is worth quite a bit of money. But he is a very active member in the community of within the realm of which we dwell.
The bleeding edge of conspiracy science.
Yes.
I gotta preface by saying I'm gonna talk a lot of shit, but I do like Billy Carson.
Me too. I do like Billy Carson, but yeah, wholeheartedly gonna talk mad shit.
Yeah, he's just the opposite end of the spectrum where you have Billy Carson on the like side but still talk shit, and then you have David Icke on the way other side that you don't like and you're gonna talk shit. I'm being too harsh on David Icke.
I'm gonna say I when I say like David Icke, I don't know him personally, and but I like listening to some of his content. He is very captivating, I will say.
That's the problem, is he is captivating while having zero charisma.
Yeah.
But Billy Carson is kind of the same way when he talks. He's very droll, he's very straightforward, very to the point, doesn't raise his voice, doesn't put any emphasis on words, just like I'm doing right now. I've never practiced a Billy Carson impersonation, but I feel like that was pretty close.
If you just were a few shades darker, I would have been thinking it was Billy Carson here.
Yeah, fuck. Billy Carson's in the room, swear to God. So,
if you just manifested more melanin in your skin.
If I got a really good tan,
yeah,
or a really bad one,
really bad fake tan,
or like those like old people who still think that they're young and their skin just looks like leather.
Yeah,
I don't want that. I'm okay with being pasty.
Yeah, I mean that leathery skin is pretty fucking cool, dude.
No, it's not.
I wouldn't say attractive, but it's fucking cool.
Dude,
that guy's fucking lived.
It's cool that you have sun resistance now. That's really going to help you out in your 70s.
Yeah. You've lived in the open air for a little too long.
You look like beef jerky.
You look like a mango that's been sitting out in the sun.
You look like that apple that I left in my backpack for 2 weeks. Just crinkly and brown.
Black spots everywhere.
Smells kind of funny.
Yeah. Smell like tanning oil and BO.
Have you been wearing a leather jacket for a long time? Because you smell like sweaty leather.
Smell like original Polo cologne.
You smell like Ralph Lauren cologne if you were trying to put a Philosopher's Stone in it.
I smell like my belt after a long hike.
You smell like my Wolverine leather boots after a long work day. Anyway, Billy Carson.
Billy Carson.
Let's talk about some of the stuff that he perpetuates. So he has his own channel, Forbidden Knowledge. That's FA. FA. If you're from the East Coast, it's FA.
FA.
FA. So, my boy's wicked smart.
Wicked smart.
Like Mark Harmon.
He's got multiple degrees.
Multiple degrees. Not quite as good as our degree, but fucking close. Fucking close.
He's not a doctor yet.
Not yet. If he's ever on the show, we'll give him an honorary.
I know he does have a degree, master's degree in science technology. So he does have a degree. He's got a certificate of science from MIT, which is cool. But it's like you can take I can go and get one of those. I just go online and it's like a 12-week course.
Yeah.
And you get a certificate of science from MIT, which would be pretty tight.
I'm actually going to look into doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
I looked it up online. I didn't see how much it cost, but I just was like, how difficult is it to get one of these certificates?
Yeah.
And it said on there it's like a 12-week course for...
So here's what I'm thinking. We should both do it, and then that'll automatically give us the edge for them to promote us above our bosses, and we could just treat them like shit like they do to us.
Yeah.
We'll just talk down to them all the time.
Yeah.
Solid plan.
I'm a learned doctor. I went to MIT. I don't know if you know this, but I went to MIT. I'd probably get that tattooed if I actually did. Here's my certificate.
MIT alum.
I have a T-shirt that says MIT alumni.
Basically Tony Stark at this point. Just saying. God.
And he, from what I looked at online, he is enrolled in a PhD program at Harvard. So he's a smart guy.
Smart guy.
Smart.
My boy's wicked smart. I do think he is an intelligent guy. Yeah. He really is. As for what he talks about, just for a basis for anybody who doesn't really know who Billy Carson is, his primary topics are manifestation, the Book of Enoch, anything Anunnaki related, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Give me a couple more. I know there's a few others.
Well, yeah, he's a big advocate for the ancient aliens theory.
Yep. He's actually been on ancient aliens.
He's been on several of those, like, kind of ancient lost technology type programs on Discovery and Travel Channel, whatever channels are on now.
He's huge into the pyramids.
Huge into the pyramids. He actually leads tours to go with his forbidden knowledge. He has... I haven't looked into this, but this is what he says. He says he has like 100 and something different social media accounts where he talks about, these ancient mysteries and ancient discoveries that aren't widely known. And so, yeah, he does bring knowledge, in a sense, to the masses of people who are interested in these subjects. Whether he's bringing forth the knowledge as it should be or not is debatable.
Again, it just comes down to delivery. I think if he had a little bit more kind of screen presence, a little bit more of that charisma, he could excel so much more than he is now, because he does talk pretty flat and monotone.
Yeah.
But kind of in the same vein of David Icke, where everything David Icke talks about wraps back around to the reptilians. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Billy Carson, everything kind of ties back to mostly Anunnaki.
Yeah. In
one way or another, he kind of wraps it around there, but he takes a lot of avenues to tie things together, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, my shoe came untied, had to be the reptilians.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff that he talks about fall within the same kind of ancient time period of, before the last ice age. So, before Younger Dryas. So 30,000 to 15,000 years ago.
I just want to point out, you see that?
What?
You see that light in the closet?
Yeah.
You know what's back there?
The ghost hunting stuff?
Yep.
Is there somebody with us right now? David Icke, did you just die?
It's the reptilians.
The reptilians are...
They're fucking talking about us again.
That's cool. REM pod going off?
It's super cool because the curtain's in front of it. Nothing is moving. There's nobody moving around the house right now to make it vibrate. So yeah, puck light just went off for no ass reason.
Puck light going off. We have it documented, live and direct.
Ghost activity in the room we're in. Super cool.
Yeah. I totally lost my train of thought.
Me too. I was so distracted.
Anyways, Billy Carson is a very controversial And, I mean, to me, it seems like he has a lot of information that I am into. And, but everything that he says, I just have, because we've talked about it before, like if you're presenting something and some of it's bullshit, you have to question all of it.
Yes.
And so it's like, there are things that he has said that a lot of people know to be false and have been proven to be false. And so it's like, okay, if you're perpetuating this to be truth and it's a known fact that it's not true, then how much of the other stuff that you're saying is untrue also?
Yeah, like the most recent one I can recall was he was talking about the pyramids and how the pyramids were built on like the exact center of Earth, essentially. I don't remember the terminology he used for it.
The center of the landmass on Earth.
Center of landmass of Earth, that's right. But it's actually proven that Turkey is the center of landmass of the Earth. Now, was that different in a different time? Potentially. Is there any way he could know that? Probably not.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to know for sure what the oceans were looking like, because that's how they're calculating this. And according to him, what he's talking about is that Thoth, the Atlantean, had this all-seeing eye in space, the Black Knight satellite, and it was doing a pole-to-pole polar orbit, and so it was able to calculate the landmass on Earth. So you would have to know what the oceans were doing at that time, what they, how much ice there was on the planet, to be able to calculate that's where the center of the mass of the landmass on Earth was at the time. So I mean, there's things. I mean, there's studies that calculate what is it called, astroarchaeology, where you calculate where the stars were in the sky at a certain point in time. And that's how they say this, ancient structure that was built 7,000 years ago is aligned with the stars at the time that they were built. So I mean, to come out and say that, you would have to have a lot more information than I think that we actually do have. And there's really no. I mean, you could possibly look at watermarks on the land to see where the oceans were, but if they're covered up, then you don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, with Göbekli Tepe, that was probably above ground at one time, and then the whole Younger Dryas effect buried it. So even your watermarks wouldn't prove anything, because let's say there's watermarks on the bottom of those, at the bottom of the tepe. We still haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But we don't know how high it was or how low it was. And I personally don't even think the astroarchaeology is going to be 100% accurate, because what if a Younger Dryas event occurred and it's you have the poles, but what if at one point those poles were, horizontal? That would have changed the entire axis.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I know for sure, I'm just questioning it. So even if you could go back and remap the stars at that point in time, is it accurate? We have no way of knowing.
Yeah.
But yeah, saying something that bold without empirical proof is damaging the credibility.
Yeah. And part of it too is, like we talked about with David Icke, is that he slips in these things of his philosophy on things with a line of facts, say it's two truths and a lie.
Yeah.
And he's passing off these facts, and so it's people who kind of know about these things are okay, and then slips in a lie that kind of coincides with that, or I won't say a lie, just something that he believes.
Or a very stretched out truth.
Right.
Just to be able to connect your narrative together.
Right.
And that's where I have issues with, obviously with David Icke, because he'll make any connection to make it about the reptilians, no matter what, even if he has to lie. But Billy Carson will put these things in here that he perceives as a fact, even though they're not, to try to collect that narrative back together.
Yeah.
Like saying that the pyramids are the center of the landmass. It's not true. It sounds really cool.
Yeah, it does.
And it really ties the whole narrative together, but it's not accurate.
Yeah, and especially to go on like all these major platforms like Joe Rogan and the Sean Ryan Show and Danny Jones, all big podcast platforms where, you know, millions of people watch these things and then say these things as their facts and then get mad about being challenged on it. I mean, you know, getting called out for it and then fucking belly aching that it is true.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
And the Joe Rogan one especially is kind of weird because I don't by any stretch think Joe Rogan's an idiot. I think that when he has a guest on like that, it is a learning experience for him. And that's why he's asking questions that may come off as like buffoonery. But he's asking questions, that's what it is. He's trying to learn.
Yeah.
But by asking questions that kind of seem like simple-minded sometimes,
Yeah.
which is literally what we do.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that's how humans progress their own knowledge.
Well, it's also just a way to kind of, to me, it seems like. So I just re-listened to that Joe Rogan podcast with Billy on there this morning, and to me, a lot of the questions that he's asking, it seems like he's kind of leading the conversation with his questions.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, like, he kind of already knows. Joe Rogan already kind of has a lot of knowledge about, you know, the pyramids and shit like that, but he's leading the conversation for Billy to spread. I mean, kind of explain his theories.
Yeah.
So he'll ask him really basic questions about, you know, and then what I noticed too was kind of his responses to the things that Billy was saying. Like there was probably at least 6 or 7 times, and he was like, "That's my favorite theory. That's my favorite one. That's my favorite."
And there was definitely a few moments where you could just see it on Joe Rogan's face of like, this guy's full of shit.
Yeah.
And then there's other moments where he's like enthralled,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So that in and of itself kind of paints a picture of Billy Carson, where he has things that he's espousing that are true or factual or just really interesting. And then there's moments where even like the layman can go, it sounds like horseshit.
Yeah. But he does have I mean, listening to a lot of his stuff, he does have a really good grasp on how, you know, things are studied and how, you know, the information, and he has a lot of interesting facts. And to me, it's pretty logical to try to tie all these things together, because if all these things are happening at the same time, it's probably being caused by a similar thing, right?
Yeah.
So I can see the train of thought for sure, like, okay, yeah, that kind of does make sense, but if you're going to say these things, you can just say that this is what you believe happened. You know, this is what I think. Just like they do on Ancient Aliens, they say, could it be possible?
Could it be possible
that ancient aliens brought this technology to build the pyramids?
That was pretty solid.
Yeah, thank you.
Is it possible, like the way he puts emphasis, like right at the beginning of a sentence, no matter what he says, I took a shit. Like,
and I realized that I had no toilet paper.
and also, I bet that guy is actually a pretty nice guy.
Probably. He seems like a pretty nice
He just
guy.
has a weird inflection in the way he talks.
Yeah, I like to listen to it, though.
It's
one of the
entertaining.
weird things.
It keeps you, like, going on it.
There it is.
Oh, okay. He got all the syllables out on that one. Let's go on.
But yeah, I mean, if you just say, you know, this is what I think happened, or like we talk about, to me it makes sense that this and this, you know.
Well, I mean, it's already kind of predicated for us that we do a lot of theorizing, right? So we don't have to come out and say, this is my theory, and to justify what we think. That's just kind of how the show is built. But when you are on a big podcast or on a big show or something like that, it really is kind of behooving to say, this is my theory.
Yeah.
Or saying, like, this fact ties this and this together, but I can't prove it.
Yeah.
So if this is real, great, it works. The narrative fits together.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not true, it falls apart.
Yeah.
It's just the honesty behind it and having the correct intention of what message you're trying to convey. But if you're trying to, like, make it fit with lies or bullshit, you just lose credibility with a lot of people.
Yeah. And doing some research on Billy Carson, he's a successful guy. He's started a few different companies, and he's made enough money to be able to do the things
doing pretty well for himself,
that he wants to do and pursue. I think now he probably makes most of his money off of, he's written a few books, and then he's got his own TV network where he kind of, that's all he does is play like ancient technologies and shit like that. But he started a space tech company, which is kind of weird. Like, he talks about his space tech company that he has, but if you look it up online, you can't really find any information about it. There's a website that explains what their mission is, and then there's nothing else. Like, there's no information about what they've made or what they've...
It almost seems like a Scuttle LLC type of deal. Like, if there's a money issue, you blame it on that LLC and just close it down. Yeah. Almost like a shell company.
To me, it just seems like it's a fake front for credibility. Like, I'm in the space technology industry. Look, I have this company. What do you guys make? Nothing.
Nothing. We have a logo.
We've got a logo. I've got a T-shirt.
See, that's kind of like Stephen Greer grifter kind of territory.
Right.
Because Stephen Greer has multiple companies and that sort of thing, but it's like they don't actually produce anything.
Yeah.
So it does seem like a front in some shape or form.
Yeah.
But I like your theory a little bit better of, this just gives me one more accolade to my name.
Yeah.
I'm in space tech.
And that's like, if you go to the website, actually, there's like 2 paragraphs of the mission statement of the company, and then there's a big-ass fucking biography of, there's like 4 or 5 paragraphs of Billy Carson's biography.
That's a credibility strain right there.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a company that is producing actual technology for space travel, like, that can stand on its own.
Yeah, and that's what it says, like, in their mission statement. It's they're not creating rockets, but they're working on technologies for, like, zero-point energy and non-combustion engines, like hydrogen engines and stuff like that. But there's nowhere that says where the laboratory's at, where this whole place is at.
Any of their achievements.
Yeah.
Like, the stuff that you would see on a company website. I mean, if you go to Hexcel's website, like, big as shit, there's an airplane.
Yeah.
Because primarily what carbon fiber that we make goes to is wing spars for airplanes. Like, a company that makes a solid product, or at least does research into things, is going to advertise their accomplishments. Because if you're a potential customer, and let's say you go to their website, and you see, oh shit, they made that and that and that, they worked on this, like...
Oh, that they're a reliable place, and I can probably buy some products that I can rely on.
Well, or have their team do some R&D work for me, like...
Yeah.
But when it's just, there's nothing here except for the CEO's biography. I don't know why that matters.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was kind of a red flag, and I was like, Billy,
stop.
But, like, part of the reason why we wanted to talk about this today was because of the interview that he had and the backlash that he's receiving currently within the realm of all these things that we talk about.
Yeah, and I know we've kind of touched on it here and there, but that particular podcast where he's debating... I can't remember the guy's name. Wes Huff, yeah. He's like a religion or a theology student, essentially. Like, understands a whole lot about the Christian religion and Catholicism and all this. And they're having this debate, which to me is already a fucking bad idea. Especially if you're into the more fringe theories. You don't take that into a debate.
Yeah.
That's if you want to debate about those theories, that's one thing. But when you're trying to debate a whole nother religion, it's not a smart call.
No.
And admittedly, I still haven't finished it. But about halfway through, I had to stop.
Yeah.
Because it was every time Wes Huff would bring something up, hold on, he's scrolling on his phone. Hold on, I'll find it. Like, just accept it. Defeat.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole actual debate because it's like fucking 2.5 hours long or something like that. But I watched what's that guy that you sent me the other day on TikTok? Kind of looks like a vampire. He's got like long white blonde hair. You just sent me a video of him like the other day. He did like a breakdown of what he thought about it.
Oh, that's gonna bug me because I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember the guy's name.
It's not Jeremy Corbell.
No. Anybody that doesn't know me, I can't remember people's names for shit. That's why I just call everybody bro.
Bro.
What's up, bud?
He calls me bro and bud all the time.
Yeah,
We've been friends for a decade.
Here, I'll find the guy's name. The Seventh File is his, no, that's not it. Or was it on Instagram? You sent it to me.
Oh, maybe it was on Instagram. That's why I couldn't find it. I'm on it. I'm on it like Blue Bonnet. I know, I had to stop right there for a second. I mean, that scene from Under Siege.
Yes.
I'm not seeing it on there either.
Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't. I just wanted to bring up that guy's name because he has a really cool channel, and he talks about a lot of esoteric things. Mm-hmm. And but he's like, I think he's agnostic, and he's a former Christian, and so he's kind of looking at it from both sides, and like. The debate is painful to watch, like, because, and most of the stuff that Wes Huff is talking about is just challenging where Billy is getting his information, and it seems like a lot of the things that Billy says, then he has like, oh yeah, I misspoke, and then this is what I really meant to say, and then so it's like just like. Everything that he says on that thing is just seems like it just puts Billy in a light that it seems like he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah,
which is painful to watch when you see all these videos of Billy Carson where has all the facts and says everything that he wants to say pretty much, without challenge.
Yeah, because 90% of the time he's by himself just talking to a camera.
Right.
And there's even moments in like the Joe Rogan episode where there's pushback.
Yeah.
And he has to be spry and come up with something on the spot versus when he's talking to Wes Huffman, it almost feels like he's kind of challenging Christian religion on, certain texts and things like that. And then he's like, oh, where did you hear that? Oh, hold on. I'll find it. Yeah.
Well, he cites like some of the stuff where he's getting information, and then Wes Huff is like, "Well, I have that document right here," and he pulls it off his shelf.
Yeah.
And says, "This is what it says verbatim. Tell me where it says what you're saying.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, did I say that? What I meant was this other text. And it's like the Gospel of Barnaby. And then I was like, well, that's known to be a forgery.
Yeah.
It's not real. And then he just continues to quote from this Gospel of Barnabas, I think it is, which is more of kind of a Muslim text. But it was, Wes Huff just continues to say, well, you have to know that is a known forgery. It has word for word lines from Homer's Odyssey in that book. So it was written after Homer's Odyssey was written. So it's not as old as you're saying it is, and so we can't take that as a truth. So that's the information that you're putting out is a lie. And he just couldn't accept that. Yeah,
and that's he would have gained so much more credibility if he was like, you're right, I'm going to just leave that alone.
Yeah.
Because I did not realize that was a forgery or whatever.
Yeah.
He could have easily walked that one off, but he just kept going at it, and it was like, stop.
Yeah.
You're kicking yourself in the face.
So they did this whole debate, this whole podcast with this, I can't even remember the guy that was the host of the podcast. It was his podcast. He just had Billy Carson on it and Wes Huff on like Skype, and they were having a debate. And after the debate is over, Billy Carson shows up at the guy's house at like 2 o'clock in the morning, beating on his door, trying to wake him up to tell him not to post the internet that thing because he doesn't want to get that information out there.
Yeah.
So there's videos online of him showing up on the Ring doorbell cam, like frantically trying to get a hold of this guy.
Can you imagine? Billy Carson goes home that night and tells him, fuck, I fucked that one up. I fucked up so hard. He's just laying in bed, just like, fuck. Shit, that's gonna get out. It's gonna hurt my fucking credibility. Fuck, what am I gonna do? Fuck it, I'm going over there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, when you have a day at work and something fucking completely retarded slips out of your mouth, and then later on that night, you're just like, oh my God, why did I say that? That was so stupid. Word vomit. And it's got to be just like that, only times a million, because a million people are going to watch it.
Yeah. To make matters worse is that instead of like taking the L and just being like, yeah, I misspoke on some of these things, and maybe even going into actually like research these things and then have a rebuttal to say this is what I meant and this is what I think now and this is how I was wrong, maybe. He goes on to his channel, Forbidden Knowledge, and then I don't know if you saw any of this stuff.
No, I haven't.
So he goes on to his thing and talks about how he's suing all of those people that were involved.
Oh, God.
And the reason why he wasn't able to debate him at full power is because he just had pneumonia. And so now he's back at full power, and yeah.
Did he use that phrase, full power?
Yeah. And then he goes into like the people who are perpetuating these things, because his followers were even like now commenting on his page of how he should just take the L, like, you should just admit it, come out and say you were wrong, whatever, it's okay. And then he was like, and all these people that you guys have been contacting to contact me in my comments and stuff, they're all sheep. And basically, you guys are all just poor people, Christians, and you just don't have the knowledge that, us, like, look at me, I have my own clothing brand, this is my own watch that I've developed. And so he's talking about
space tech. I have a certificate from MIT.
All the people that don't believe him it's because they're poor and they're stupid.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't see that.
Yeah. And it was just like, oh my gosh, dude, this guy's going off the rails. So he has like a whole rebuttal that's like 40 minutes long of him just ranting about like how he's suing everybody involved. And like even when he's talking about the podcast, he calls Wes Huff defendant number 1, and then the host of the podcast defendant number 2. That's how he just talks about them.
Oh my God. There must be like a, what do you call that? When somebody, it's almost like a verbal restraining order, where you can't say their name on a publication.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but like Joe Rogan has one against Liver King right now.
Yeah.
And so Liver King is not allowed to say Joe Rogan on his social media, but he does it anyway. Yeah, that's fucking full Liver King territory right there.
Yeah.
Like, I fucked up, but it's your fault.
Yeah.
And that's cringe.
It is pretty entertaining to watch. Just like in the way that like the Tiger King series was painful to watch, but everybody sat through it because it's fucking entertaining.
I sat through that show fucking twice. I could watch that shit right now.
Yeah, it is just like the whole time you're just like, oh no, come on, man.
Like, how does this get more fucked up as time goes on? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like your credibility just is in free fall right now. Just stop talking, take a few months off, go to Egypt, find some more cool shit, and show us. That's all we want you to do. Yeah,
I mean, if I was in his position, I would definitely come out and just say, look, I fucked up on some shit. Whatever, I was sick. You could put all the blame on that you want, but just be like, I had some things wrong.
Yeah.
Or I was not in a good headspace, or I had things going on in my personal life. Whatever excuse you need to put out there to justify admitting you fucked up.
Yeah.
Just do it. Mm-hmm. If you want to gain any credibility back in the world space that he's in, you need to do that.
Yeah.
And like, kind of make a promise to, you know, your fan base of like, I'm going to look into these things where I was wrong and course correct.
Yeah.
You'd gain so much more credibility. People would be like, okay, he learned his lesson, he fucked up, he's going to make it right.
Yeah, especially with like the space that he's in where like a lot of it is manifestation and like positive using energy to turn it into a positive momentum, whatever. Just like totally going against all these things that he preaches on all of his shows, and it's like so there was like thousands of dislikes and all these comments on the video, the rebuttal of his fans that are actually like followers of his, and just like saying they have totally lost faith in him and he's lost his credibility. Like, how can we believe anything that you say when you come out and say all these things?
Yeah.
Like all of us that are listening to you, we're the poor people that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like,
we're those pieces of shit you were referring to.
Yeah.
You know, the people who bought your book with real money, the people who go to your seminars and
bought
shit.
your house for you.
Yeah. But we're the poor ones. Okay, buddy. Yeah. Do you think he can salvage his reputation from here?
I think that he's capable of it, yeah. I mean, I think what he needs to do personally, if I was in his shoes, is, like I said, take a sabbatical. Take a month, two months off.
Take a step back and breathe.
Yeah. Get out of your own hype. Like, I think that's what it is that he's built up this persona to sell his books and stuff like that, but he's believing the hype too much.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I was able to really put him in a parallel with that Liver King of, you bought into your own legend. Like,
yeah.
You know this is a character you created, and you created him for a purpose. Now you become that character. You're no longer Brian Johnson, you're the Liver King, and you're trying to live this persona to keep your 15 minutes going.
Yeah.
But it's over. I mean, for Billy Carson, it doesn't have to be over. He could totally fix it. Liver King can't fix it. He's done. But coming back at it with a fresh perspective would be paramount to fixing anything that he's done wrong.
Yeah.
And get out of your own fucking way. Stop thinking about, I'm Billy Carson, and just be like, hey, I'm Billy.
Yeah.
You know, there's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Like, I still believe these things, and I still research this and that and the other, and I'm still perpetuating a lot of this knowledge, but I'm just doing it as a normal dude instead of being Billy Carson.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like he just went fully into attack mode of like, and it was like mostly aimed at like religious people.
Yeah.
And which is a bad move, because there's a lot of people who are fully religious that do follow these ancient civilization theory like channels and shows and stuff like that. And because it's interesting, because everybody wants to know the truth about our origins and our history.
Yeah. Or
that's why they get into religion, because they believe that this is our history and this is our origin and this is
or even expanding your own theology by learning like what predates the Bible, or who came before this, or how did this come to this that came to me. Kind of making that through line. It's funny too, because as much as like I personally make jokes about religions and things like that, I made a crack about Scientology and Mormonism earlier. It's like, I don't really have anything against them. I'm not going to go debate their theology. I'm not going to go like, you're a fucking idiot for believing that because you're not believing the Book of Enoch. How stupid can you be? It just doesn't make sense in my mind to do that. Like, yes, I'll tell jokes and I'll be offensive, but it's you can't like perpetuate these ideas like the Book of Enoch or the Emerald Tablets or whatever, and then use the other hand to smack down religions. Like, you can still have your religion. I just believe in these things.
Yeah.
It's perfectly acceptable to not do that.
Yeah. Or even if you do have religion and you're looking at these things like we talked about before, kind of to caveat those beliefs. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in the Book of Enoch that talks about God and, was in the Bible at one point and still is in like some Ethiopian Christian practices part of the Bible. So I mean, to be on the side of Billy Carson where you're like, like you talked about, saying this is all true, you have to believe what I say, it's all in faith, but your faith is dumb because it's all made up. And it's like, dude, all the shit that you're talking about sounds made up.
It sounds more made up than what these people believe in.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, to me, it all sounds made up.
Yeah.
But it's all interesting enough to keep looking at it.
Yeah.
And you're changing your own belief system the more you learn.
Yeah.
And I think that's where he's not understanding that the people that you're trying to beat down, you are the same way. You're trying to prove to them, like, you're stupid because you believe in X, Y, or Z. But I'm smart because I believe in A, B, C.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you just change the letters around, it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah. They're all part of the alphabet.
Yeah.
You're talking about the same thing.
It literally doesn't matter. Like, I don't care in terms of, you can still learn about something or even expand your knowledge on whatever it is you believe in without hurting anybody else.
Yeah. Well, it seems like he's debating. It seems like to me, if we are going to believe anything or everything, then it's like you're telling two halves or two pieces of the same story, but there's still a huge gap in between. So it's like you just have to find the other information or make it up.
Yeah. To me, it's kind of like you could take him and then, let's say a Catholic, right? To me, those 2 points of view are kind of like you and I witnessed the same event, but you witnessed it from your perspective and I witnessed it from my perspective. They're really fucking close. They're just this much different. Yeah. That's really all it is to me.
Yeah.
So it's just like, what is your beef with people of faith? That's what I would really love to ask him is like, where does your almost hatred come from for Christians and Catholics and shit?
Yeah.
Did you get molested as a boy?
Possibly. I know I went through a lot of his interviews or podcast episodes on various different platforms, and he tells a lot of the same. He actually says a lot of the same shit verbatim, which is I thought was kind of weird. But I mean, I guess that's kind of what he's doing, is selling his books and shit, and some of that stuff leads into what he talks about in his books and stuff. But he talks about his early childhood and stuff like that, and he is a very self-made person, which is really like commendable. I mean,
Yeah.
he was born in Queens, and they moved to Miami, and were fucking super, super poor, and kind of became an entrepreneur just by necessity, and pulled his way up to being a multimillionaire now. But you can't believe your own hype. You can't.
No.
That's where you fail. Like,
Once you buy into your own legend, you're done for.
Yeah.
I mean, again, he could come back from it, but it's again getting out of your own fucking way.
Yeah.
And so many of these people do it, but then you still see a lot of people, especially within that world, that don't do that. You have like, you look at Giorgio Tsoukalos, Ancient Aliens guy. He doesn't do that. He still buys into the message and the search of knowledge and this belief of ancient alien theory and trying to prove it, trying to learn more about it. He's never like, I'm Giorgio Tsoukalos? Come on, man. This guy?
Well, he's even fucking... You watch Resident Alien, that show?
I've seen clips of it.
Oh, dude. It's fucking hilarious. But it has a lot of different, like, hints into, like, alien UFO lore, and so people that are into, like, UFOs and kind of, like, talking about this similar shit that we talk about, you should watch Resident Alien. It's a comedy, but it has a lot of, like, Easter eggs for people. Like, that was one of the funnest things for me, is just like, oh shit, they're talking about this and that, whatever. But in one of the episodes, they end up going to, they're looking for this guy who's the alien tracker. And they go to this UFO convention, and one of the guest speakers is Giorgio Tsoukalos.
Oh, no way.
So he goes backstage with him and has a conversation, and it's totally like Tsoukalos is like playing the character of Giorgio Tsoukalos, Ancient Aliens guy.
I love that.
So I mean, he knows his reputation of being this fucking quirky guy or whatever, and then plays it on the show.
See, that's more meta.
Yeah.
Than it is. I mean, it's like self-aware meta.
Right.
Versus, the Billy Carson kind of putting on the Billy Carson persona.
Yeah.
Because I could imagine, like, Giorgio Tsoukalos is exactly who you see on TV in his personal life.
Yeah.
I 100% believe that guy can have a normal conversation, but if you trigger him to go into ancient alien stuff, he's going to go off, But he's not a caricature. Like, that's who I believe he is. Or even, like Nick Pope.
Yeah.
We heard him talk at Phenomicon, and then even, he came and sat down and listened to another speaker, and it's like, that's who that person is.
Right.
He's not selling an image.
Yeah.
And to me, anybody who has their own clothing line is trying to sell a fucking image.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what would be way cooler than what you're wearing now? Is if you dress like me.
Dress like me. Look at this shirt.
Buy my clothes.
Look at this watch.
Look at my fucking watch, bro.
Yeah, to me it always seems like on all the stuff that I was watching with him, yes, I am enjoying what you're saying, but like the way that you're delivering it looks like you're just trying not to get caught in a lie. Everything that you say is just like, and then the pyramids.
Like, hold on, let me map this out before I open my mouth.
Yeah, what did I say last time so I don't misspeak? That's what I thought was weird, that it was, I mean, I've seen a few different people on different podcasts that tells the same story in a similar way, but it's not like verbatim. Whereas Billy Carson's sounded like it was a rehearsed thing that he had like written up to say across all these different platforms.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of the stuff that he perpetuates. You could tell he's practiced in the mirror a little bit.
Yeah,
like cool. Yeah, you got to get your facts straight. I mean, Lord knows we've said enough shit on this show that it's like that's inaccurate, but we didn't practice it. It was just off the cuff.
No, yeah.
And there's even moments where either one of us will say something, but we get our words a little bit jumbled, and it just happens.
Yeah.
But this isn't a practiced or rehearsed thing. All this is off the cuff.
Yeah, I mean, we literally do a couple days of research, figure out what we think about it, and then talk about that.
Yeah.
I mean...
And we get facts wrong all the time.
100%. Some of the shit that we say might be true.
I think that if I was to put like a percentage to it, I would say 91% of the time we're on the money.
Yeah.
But it's just things get jumbled up in conversation, or your thought process just gets, all clusterfuck because you've got like 55 topics or 55 points of interest to go through, and things just get mixed up.
Yeah.
But when you're trying to package and sell this, you don't want to get mixed up. When you're literally making money off of it, like that's your income, your livelihood, get your shit straight.
Yeah, and if you do fuck up, just say, oops, I fucked up.
Yeah, my bad.
My bad. That's on me. Hey, that was me.
I have no fucking ego about being wrong about shit.
No, yeah.
None. Like, if I'm disproven, you got me.
Yeah, I'll talk about shit all the time and talk like I know what I'm talking about, and then at the end just say, but I don't know, I'm just some guy, I don't fucking know.
I mean, I'm a doctor, but I could be wrong. Not likely, but,
We were talking about shit at work and couldn't figure out why the HCN was so high in the interference. So Stitch and I were in the take-ups like talking about it, and I was like, well, nitrogen will displace the oxygen and the HCN in an enclosed environment. So let's go try something. So we went over there, closed the gates on the entrance of the HT, bumped the nitrogen up. HCN was at like fucking 19. And then like immediately just fucking dropped down to like 3. He was like, oh, have you done that before? I was like, no, I was just fucking making shit up.
Yeah. Shooting from the hip, dude.
Other than that, I looked it up online. Does nitrogen displace HCN? And it was like, nitrogen will displace HCN in a closed environment. Like,
boom.
Fuck, am I a genius or just naturally a genius or fucking I just do this for a living?
I hope you put that on a PSI.
Next time.
That'll win you a fucking gift card.
I don't have to do it on PSI. I did it in real life. I don't have to fucking write down my memoirs. It's all in here.
Yeah, it's only the kiss asses that win those anyway.
Yeah. I did win a fucking... I won a prize for the best stretches.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was it the one where you push your ass out?
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah, I won a fucking lunch bag. Cool. A lime green fucking lunch bag that says something filters on it, the filter company that we use. Looks like a fucking thing they got at the DI.
It's just merch, shitty merch from other companies.
Yeah. Vendors merch. Like, tight, dude. Should I throw it away or you want to just toss it?
Put it back in the pool for somebody else to win.
Is that the prize? Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. I'm down for the gift cards, like they're useful, but don't hand me any swag.
Yeah, I'll eat some Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, I'm fucking Dave and Buster's, man.
Dave and Buster's.
It's always funny when the company tries to reward you with company merch.
Yeah.
Like the last one where it was like you could take the hoodie, the backpack, or the gym bag, or I think there was one more option on there. And most everybody either went for the hoodie or for the backpack. And now guess what? You go into the break room, everybody's got the same fucking backpack.
Yeah.
Now it's like, shit.
Which one is mine?
So I took the gym bag.
Yeah.
It's sitting in my closet. Eventually I'll use it for something. Maybe I'll pack my gym stuff in it so I can take it from that room to this
Over
room
here.
where I work out.
Change into your gym outfit in here.
Put the towel on the incline bench. Put it back in my bag to go back over there to put it in my hamper.
Yeah.
You know, all 8 feet away.
Yeah. I think I requested a hoodie and a backpack just to see which one I would get. I got the hoodie.
I have so many hoodies from work.
Yeah.
It's like they just hang in my locker for like those random times where it's summer and then it gets super fucking cold at night for no ass reason.
Yeah.
You're over there by the steam drum fucking trying to warm up.
I'd rather it be cold because I got a fucking sweater. When it's hot, you're just like, fuck!
I don't know, man. I get so used to being hot that it really doesn't even bother me anymore.
Yeah.
You're done doffing, you're just pouring sweat. You're like, I feel great. I got a workout in.
Are you okay? You look like you might have a heart attack right now. No, this is pretty normal. Is
Yeah,
it?
my resting heart rate is 100.
Anyways, Billy Carson, is he full of shit? No, I don't think so. I think that he has a lot of really interesting facts and a lot of knowledge about stuff that should be out in the general population.
I think I will always have an appreciation for Billy Carson because of the topics that he brings up and he does the work and the research for that I probably never would have heard of otherwise.
Yeah.
Like the Emerald Tablets, I knew nothing about that. And when you brought it up and I started doing research, he's like the main figurehead of that.
Mm-hmm.
Or even the Book of Enoch or anything about Anunnaki or some things about the pyramids that I had no clue about. So he has brought a lot of great information into the world we kind of inhabit.
Yeah. Also, too, I mean, most of the stuff that he talks about is not stuff like that he has discovered. He's just putting out the information that he's found. Somebody else has come up with this information. He's just putting it out on he has a big platform.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's something to appreciate his platform because he's got a lot of people that view it and it's very easily accessible. But at the same time, you can't praise yourself for being able to do that. Fucking anybody can really do that.
You're going to dislocate your shoulder from patting yourself on the back too fucking hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you've been on some of the biggest platforms in the world. Like the Joe Rogan podcast is obviously the biggest podcast. Last time I checked, somebody had beat him, but that's not going to last.
Yeah.
Sean Ryan's show, one of my favorite podcasts to listen to. I can't remember, but I think he was on Lex Friedman and some other big ones. And it's like you said, you can't go out there and perpetuate this knowledge, but just give yourself kudos all the time.
Yeah.
It's just like, let what you're doing stand on its own without telling me, I'm so good.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for me, nobody would know this shit. Like, somebody else would find out.
Well, especially if it's not something that you've discovered for yourself. Like, I mean, if you're just passing on knowledge, great. And he does that. I mean, he cites his sources whenever he says of something. You can say, you can look this up on whatever. Here's a link to it. But to praise yourself like you've discovered fucking, Antarctica for the first time.
Yeah. Like I found it, nobody else.
Yeah. It's like, well, you're just putting it out there for the masses, which is cool, but recognize that that's what you're doing.
Yeah, and like one of the points of contention for me is the way he kind of almost wants to erase Zecharia Sitchin from a lot of this lore of like, you don't need to read that because you can read this.
Yeah.
You don't need to look at his work because you have all this. Like, you can read them both.
Yeah.
Decide for your fucking self. But the way he kind of tries to displace him, it bugs the shit out of me because he was a pioneer in that field in discovering all these things. Like, let him have his title. He earned it.
Yeah.
Don't try to take it away from him. Don't try to lessen his contribution, which he does, like, give him some praise that he deserves. But it's like, yeah, you're saying a nice thing here, but trying to pat him down with the other hand just doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean...
That's like, again, with Joe Rogan, that's like a podcaster being like, the Joe Rogan show fucking sucks. Like, no, he helped propel a podcast.
But I'll go on his podcast, I guess, if he calls me.
Yeah, if he calls me and he offers me money, I guess. But you know what I mean? It's just stupid to try to downplay somebody's involvement, especially in something that he helped propel to such a high level. And that's how many people have fucking podcasts now? How many celebrities do it? How many actors and things like that? How many normal dudes like you and me have a podcast because we listen to Joe Rogan or Sean Ryan or whomever, these big figureheads, and decided to do it for ourselves because we felt inspired.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that Zachariah Sitchin didn't inspire Billy in his own way.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, just give the guy his fucking kudos and move on.
Well, even just like creating a platform for an alternate explanation of history, like, you can't do that without these other pioneers that have done it before and opened up that door of like, okay, well, maybe we can think about this in a different way instead of just being tied to this dogma of the history that we've learned in school. Like, there have been plenty of people that come out and say, oh, actually, this isn't true. And when you finally do start looking at these things and questioning what you know, then you're going to be stuck in that ignorance of knowing what you know.
Well, and I think for anybody on any kind of endeavor, you're going to have to walk in the footsteps of giants that have came before you. Yeah. But eventually their footsteps end and you can make your own footsteps.
Right.
That's the reality of it. You know, it's like doing this. Obviously, we're doing the same thing that a bunch of other people have done before. It's just getting to where we're making our own fresh footprints.
Or following the footsteps until those footsteps veer off into a direction that you don't agree with, and then you can start forging your own path.
Exactly.
Through the wilderness of everything that's around us all the time. The ether.
I love that word.
Yeah.
And it's spelled so cool. A-E. I love that. It's such a weird thing. But yeah. It just give people praise when they deserve it.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to kiss their ass, but say, you know, what this guy did in the field that I'm in now, it was paramount. Without that, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Some people have to crawl so you can run.
Yeah, it's I think it's just another limb in the tree of humbleness.
It is.
Of like, give the people praise that have helped you, and also at the same time, it's opposite limb. Just don't believe your own hype and fucking put yourself on a pedestal above everybody else. Like,
yeah, I couldn't imagine doing that no matter what I was doing, even if I was the fucking president, which we're gonna run again here soon. But even if I was the president, you can't put yourself above other people. You have to treat people as equals no matter where you're at.
Yeah. Even at work where we work at, like, I tell people they suck all the time. Do I really think they suck? No.
No.
It's just funny to say it.
Yeah.
You fucking suck.
You fucking suck, bro. Shitty operator.
Get you better. Get better card for you. Get better soon.
Please. Well, I mean, even the role that I play at work, where, I'm the lead. I make the decisions or whatever. That line doesn't run without the operators.
Yeah.
They're more important than me. I could not even be there, and they would still run the line. So
right.
We're equal. Just because I solve problems doesn't make me more important than you.
Yeah.
And I've always maintained that, because it's like, once a lead kind of has, you've seen this many times, once they have that mindset of, you're just a fucking operator, I'm a lead, that's when it's over for you.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to respect you anymore.
Yeah, there's a few of those out there, for sure.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a fucking lot.
There's even people that are just aspiring to be leads for that reason.
I could name a few names. It kind of seems like multiple times a month they're all in the same building, too. It's like, do we need to cut the doorways to be bigger?
Yeah.
I feel like they all try to walk out at the same time and shoulder struck. Like, fuck. Well, I mean, putting it into the perspective of leadership where Billy Carson is in a leadership role with the knowledge that he's attained and the way he's sharing it, you have to take that leadership perspective. Not, I'm better than you, and you're all just poor maggots. It's just like, yes, I have this information and I'm giving it to you, but we're still on the same track, going in the same direction.
Yeah.
We're all still human. We're all still going to die.
I'm giving you information, the knowledge that I've researched at the same time. If you have some shit that you've found, let's share it. Like,
yeah. Or we can debate it fairly.
Yeah.
We can sit and talk about the difference in your theology versus mine without attacking each other.
Yeah.
You know what I think would fix his reputation? Easy fix right here. We'll get him a chair, sit him right here, we'll have a conversation.
Might get sued, though. I don't really have any money, sorry.
I'm just going to start an LLC right before and just, space tech.
Bankrupt your space tech company.
Yeah. Like, oh shit, I lost the $50 application fee for the LLC. Fuck.
Here, you can have this company.
Yeah, it's all yours, buddy.
You can be the CEO of another company.
We'll give it some stupid ass name. It's like a PP Touchers LLC, so he has to absorb that.
Perpetual motion preppers.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's see if they're going to answer this time. Hello? Hello? Fucking losers.
I feel like there's a serial killer after you. They're just calling just to keep you unsettled.
Yeah, I think it might be Stitch. Honestly. Maybe because I told him I was going to... Because he always, comes to work and complains about traffic driving in.
Mm-hmm.
And so Pat and I were talking about, is there a Facebook page that has, a picture of his car that says, piss this guy off? And I was like, I don't think so, but I'm going to make one.
I'm in. You'll get a follow for me. Oh, I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah. I was like, dude, we should start a Facebook page that's called Bully Bros, where you just bully your bros on social media.
I do that in real life.
But, take a picture of your friend and put it on there and have him bullied.
Hey, roast my friend.
Yeah.
I dig it.
And then send him all the shit.
You're like, dude, this guy said you look like a child molester and the child who got molested at the same time. Good job, Stitch.
Yeah, you could be the molester or the molestee, depending on if you have your hat on or not.
I just got the perfect mental image of his hairline. Right as soon as you said that, I was like, God damn, perfect.
We love Stitch.
We do. I mean, what's not to love? He's like 2/3 of the Axis powers.
Yeah.
He's a Nazi and a Japanese guy.
Is he even German?
Yeah, I remember he said
oh, that's right.
on his mother's side.
That, yeah.
So he's just fucking
Japanese.
evil.
And then he sends me a picture that ChatGPT made him Asian. You are Asian, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You stand like a fucking samurai.
Oh. You squint a lot too.
Anyways, Billy Carson.
Back on track.
We should just do a Stitch episode.
I think we should just, again, get him a chair and sit here. Don't talk. We're just going to fucking roast you the whole time.
Talk shit.
And then, right at the end, we'll be like, all right, it's your turn. He gets, before he gets one sentence out. And that's all the time we got.
Thanks, folks, for turning me 2 minutes.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye. He's like, "What? I did cut." Dude. Yeah, he should come back on.
He should.
Besides, I could really get like a nice video clip of his laugh. Stitch it together with the Cowardly Lion. Oh. That's probably why he hates me.
Yeah, probably why he hates me too.
Hey, I'm sorry.
I love Stitch.
I do too.
Stitch is a homie. Stitch is a bro.
But if you don't roast your friends, are you really friends? If you don't bully each other, are you really close?
Not me.
I kind of have to bully people.
Yeah. It's in my DNA.
It is. I mean, I bully my own children.
Me too.
I think that's just how you show love.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was bullied heavily as a child for my own siblings and parents. So,
Same.
yeah, let's keep that fucking going.
Yeah, I think that just makes tougher people.
Yeah.
But anyway, Billy Carson, not full of shit in the things he perpetuates, but full of shit in the way that he's bought into his own legend.
Not as full of shit as he is full of himself, maybe.
That's better.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff that he says are correct. I won't say facts because correct is more lenient, I guess.
Fact is a pretty like encased in stone word.
Yeah.
Like this is it, no ands, ifs, or buts.
Yeah.
But correct is different. I mean,
you can be right and wrong at the same time with being correct.
Yeah, because I think about, you know how there's people, they always have to be right about everything all the time. So I've kind of developed this idea that you can be right or you can be correct. Because you can be right in terms of like you can be righteous or you can be factually correct. But usually you can't be both.
Yeah, there is a difference in those two words. So that's why I'll say a lot of the things that he says are correct. And but yeah, I mean, he falls victim of
ego
and not being able to be wrong.
Yeah. I'm just saying, Billy Carson, man, if you want to just get your reputation squared away, we have a huge channel here.
Yeah.
Big following.
Yeah.
Honestly, that'd probably be a great place to rebuild credibility is with smaller podcasts.
Grassroots.
Yeah. Get down to the nitty-gritty with the normal poor people.
Us poor folks.
Those pieces of shit. Yeah. Fucking in maggots.
This, bedroom studio that we have here.
Yeah. Bring it on, dude.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that what he really should do is go back to his roots of just finding some shit and putting it out there. Like, take some time off, travel, go to these sites that you want to go visit, get some information, and then put it out.
Maybe talk with a therapist about settling your hatred for religion.
That's probably... He rants about it quite a bit, and there is some like credibility to his arguments of like a lot of wars are fought over religion, and
that's absolutely true.
It's unnecessary for most of these things to take place if people would just like not want to kill each other over their beliefs. And I think that's where a lot of his feelings about religions come from, but at the same time, the stuff that he's talking about could be seen as a religion, and he's the preacher of this religion that he's creating. Yeah. I mean, you're just a different sideline of the war that you're creating. Yeah,
he's almost like, what's that fucking guy's name?
David Icke.
No, actually... It was somebody I despise way more than David Icke. It was that like TV pastor guy. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like You're this close to being that
Isn't
guy.
his name Billy too?
Is it Billy Graham?
Yeah.
GTS.
Is it the guy that looks like he's fucking possessed? There's like a video clip of him talking about his private jet or whatever.
Oh, so it's not Billy Graham who I was thinking of, but that's Billy Graham. He is an evangelist.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking about the other guy. He kind of looks like Tim Allen, but like a skinnier version. Joel Osteen? Is that his name? Hold on. Yeah, that guy.
Oh, I don't know who that guy is.
He's one of those TV televangelist people. He's one of those like super wealthy, flies in a private jet, does these huge sermons in these like big venues and shit like that, worth a bajillion fucking dollars.
Yeah.
But he's a piece of shit. It's like if Billy Carson stays on his path, that's where he's going.
Yeah.
But like you said earlier, you can course correct.
Yeah.
Make your own footing.
Take a step off of this fucking treacherous lane that you're walking, and then, well, that was dumb. I'll go this way.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. There's another step in the way of him becoming that Joel Osteen, and he could veer into that Stephen Greer territory.
Yeah. There's some deep ruts.
That's a big one.
Yeah. You have to steer clear of that.
I would love to see those two have a debate. You want to get your credibility back? Fuck Stephen Greer up.
Yeah. Stephen Greer, another controversial character in this.
Which I saw yet another Stephen Greer's going to release all of his files thing the other day, and I was like, fool me once, bitch.
Yeah. The last time you released files was just you announcing you're starting a podcast, you fucking pee-pee toucher.
And the podcast is like filmed on his fucking phone. Like, you're worth millions, dude.
You can buy a camera.
Look, there's two right there. They're not that expensive.
And we'll sell them to you for $10,000 a piece.
A piece, plus tax. And some free CE5 sessions.
Yeah. We'll give you $9,000 a piece in CE5 sessions with Chris Bledsoe.
That was his name. Because it was a couple episodes ago, you were trying to remember his name. And I totally forgot about it till just now.
Like I said, I have a horrible time with people's names. Like Dan here can fucking attest to.
Fucking good. That's a good one, Steve. I like that. Do you think Stephen Greer could get his credibility back?
Yeah, I think that he could if he actually released something that was worth fucking listening to and say, this is what I've been sitting on for all these years, this is why I couldn't release it, and then he fucking puts it out there. Says, look how big this is, and if it's not just some fucking bullshit, then yeah.
Have you seen those, the pictures he showed on his phone of aliens? He like, one of them, they were all outside. It was almost like a camping trip.
Oh.
And he took a picture of the alien, and then there was another one, and he showed both of them on a podcast on his phone. And it's like, you can't even tell what that fucking picture is. That could be your dick. I have no clue.
Yeah.
It's blurry, and there's like, everything is morphous.
I think I have seen those pictures. Might not be the pictures I'm thinking of, because one picture was supposed to be these creatures that were like kind of terrorizing this tribe in like somewhere South America or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that he could if he just came out and fucking showed us some real shit.
I think if he actually followed through and dropped everything he has, like all the files, all the pictures, the video, the whole 9 yards, put it all out there for free for everybody
Quit trying to
see.
fucking sell me something. Just fucking put it out there.
Yeah. Just show me what you actually have.
Yeah. Trust me, I'll start following your shit if you just actually give us some real fucking data.
Yeah.
It seems like right now he's just fishing for followers.
Which is sad because it's kind of in that same vein of Billy Carson, David Icke, Liver King, of you're more worried about your popularity and your star power than the message you're trying to convey.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you can say, you know, aliens are real all the live long day and you have all this proof and whatever. If you don't show it, it means nothing.
Yeah.
It's just your word.
I have so much proof. If you follow me, I'll probably release those files soon. It's coming. Click like and subscribe.
Yeah, like, how about we do this in the reverse? You put out all your shit, and then I'll follow you because I want you to follow up and tell me these stories about the shit that you put out.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
If I had a picture of an alien, I'd put it out. I'd hang it on my fucking front door.
I would, like, that would be the thumbnail on all the videos. Like, did you see this fucking alien photo?
I got a picture of an alien, by the way.
It's totally real.
Yeah, I'd be like Billy Carson talking about how he's 6'4". When I start every conversation with, I've seen an alien, and my name is Spencer. What are we talking about here?
I'd be like, Doctor, look at my alien picture. Did you see this? Did you see this? I'd be like that shit.
I was wearing a fucking T-shirt of my fucking alien that I've caught on camera.
I'd have to hit up the T-shirt guy and just get it screen printed on there. I love that shirt.
Yeah.
You're in safe hands with all Dave. Anyway, let's bring it around. Billy Carson, still a cool guy, still cool to listen to. I would love to sit down and converse with him, but on the caveat that he has to have a shot and a beer right away. Loosen the fuck up, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's another thing. It seems like he's putting on a persona. I don't know if he feels like he has to, just to be able to present the things that he's talking about to seem more like scholarly, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, dude, just be a real person. You can, if you fuck up, just say, oops, that wasn't true, actually. And I'll just, tell everybody right now, like we've said it before, like most of the shit that I've even talked about on this podcast right now, probably not true. But if it is, shit is wild. Do the research for yourself.
You fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you have more information, share it with us.
If you need to learn how to just act like a real person on a podcast, just come onto this one.
Yeah, You just have a normal conversation about aliens. What's wrong with that?
That's a perfectly normal thing in our realm.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I don't go a whole week without talking to somebody about aliens or ghosts or younger Dryas or whatever. Like, it's all on the table for me.
Yeah, even ghosts are aliens, or aliens are just ghosts, spirits.
That's
demons.
Scientology level stuff. Let's not go too far.
Yeah.
Because that's part of their basis of belief.
Yeah, Stitch and I were talking about that the other day, like 2 days ago.
Dude, I had this idea. Drove through downtown a couple weeks ago, and you know how they have the big Scientology center?
Yeah.
We should do a Scientology episode on the curb right there. Just see if anybody from Scientology comes out and maybe wants to debate a little bit.
Yeah, the Scientology henchmen.
Next thing you know, they're digging through your trash and talking about, you need to go clear! You need to get the fuck off my lawn!
Yeah, that's a really, you see those people, trying to leave Scientology videos and stuff like that. It's scary.
It is fucking scary.
Yeah.
We gotta do an episode on that.
Scientology Mafia.
The Mafia. Actually, I have one topic we need to do, ASAP. It's the Garth Brooks serial killer conspiracy.
I haven't heard of this.
Oh!
Saying that Garth Brooks is a serial killer?
Yes.
Interesting.
And along with that, Tom Segura is also a serial killer. We gotta save it for the episode. This is a fucking deep rabbit hole.
Okay.
Anyway, let's pull it there because the battery is getting low.
Okay.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye, Doctor.
Bye.